My mother told me about the crawler as she lay dying. It had been in the family for as long as anyone could remember. Her father had been cursed by it, and his mother before him, and some family member before her. I was next in line. I didn't process the rest of what she said until afterwards. I saw it for the first time, around a minute after my mother had died. I sat alone by her bed, and it lurked in the corner of the room, blurry and hazy, a vaguely humanoid shape. I didn't look too closely, like she told me to. With my mother dead, I was alone. My father had been confined to a mental institution since before I was born, driven mad by something he had seen. And although I sometimes visited him, he rarely even knew me. I did well for myself though. I met Rose in an Irish bar, and we got married 2 years later. We were both in our late 30s, so when she got pregnant, we were delighted. But the baby was a stillborn. The crawler is always there, but it is clearest, the strongest, when the times are hard, times of anger, anxiety, despair, times when things just seem to have no way of going back up, times when frustration abounds. That's when the crawler is most clear, most vivid. That's when its presence becomes more solid. Rose and I entered our 40s. We wanted a child, something that seemed impossible now. I awoke in the middle of the night, paralyzed. The crawler stood over Rose. He paid no attention to me. She groaned loudly in her sleep, and then it was gone. Like that. A week later, I arrived home from work, and she told me she was pregnant. She was ecstatic. The baby was a girl. "We should name her after your mother, a way to remember her," Rose suggested one Sunday evening as she cradled her swollen stomach, and the crawler stood in the doorway. I agreed with her, and from then on, the bump was called Molly. She was born in May, perfectly healthy, with a stock of blonde hair. In June, I was told I had a cancerous tumor growing inside my brainstem. The same thing that had taken my mother. Nothing could be done. I had 2 weeks to live at most. A phrase that my mother had repeated on her deathbed came back to me. "We are just its playthings. When it gets bored, it ends you and moves on to the next one. The crawler will keep you alive until it doesn't want you anymore." So with my dad speeding up the road to meet me, I wrote Molly a letter and gave it to Rose and told her to safeguard it until Molly turned 18. Molly must open it on her 18th birthday. I realized that Molly, unlike me, would know the crawler for as long as she would remember. In her early years, she'd probably view it as an imaginary friend and might even feel a close bond to it. Of course, it's natural to feel a close bond to the crawler. It fathered her, like it fathered the rest of us. And that brings the tale of the crawler to an end. Why do I have so much trouble saying crawler? Ah, goodness. Okay, so it was a short story, yes. It's from the Reddit section of Short Scary Stories, posted by JPJL99. Entertaining it is, isn't it? Yes, it is, Rain. And if you enjoyed it, if you were entertained, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to not miss out on any new content. Thank you all for sticking around to the end. I see you, Dark Prince! Till next time, rain away.